Okay guys, have a seat. Write the title, density and the particle model.
The masks have gone, the lessons are in full swing. It feels like schools are recovering from COVID. And the Education Secretary is launching the plan he says will see no pupils left behind.
What it does is it sets out our long-term vision for every child in our school system. It is levelling up in action.
The White Paper sets a goal for 90% of primary school children to achieve the expected standard in reading, writing and maths by 2030. That's up from 65% in 2019. For secondary pupils, the ambition is to raise the national average grade at English and Maths GCSE to 5. That's equivalent to a high C grade, and up from 4.5 or a mid-C before the pandemic. Levelling up in education was a challenge even before COVID, but the pandemic has widened the learning gap between richer and poorer pupils. The question is, will today's White Paper be enough to close it? The government's introducing a parent pledge, a guarantee of support for pupils who fall behind. Heads are being told to offer a minimum school week of 32.5 hours, although 3/4 already do this. Unions say the ambitions aren't backed up by funding.
The government's not invested anything like what the education recoveries are, Sir Kevin Collins said is needed to really bridge the gap between poor children and rich children. Kevin Collins said 15 billion was needed. Well, less than a third of that has actually been given.
Poverty is real and it affects education.
At this school in Essex, 50% of pupils are from disadvantaged backgrounds. They often need support beyond learning.
Schools can't do it alone. We need to work together in communities to enable us to ensure that everybody is focusing on the individual and that we're supporting parents, that they're part of the process too.
The ambition to move on after COVID is welcome, but without more funding, the question is, can learning really be levelled up? Tessa Chapman, 5 News in Romford in Essex.